What's happening, everyone? 4 or 5 of you. You guys get on here and comment. Appreciate you coming to the stream. We'll give a few minutes for everybody to get on here. Got some exciting stuff for you guys tonight. Looks like we got 5 people in here so far. Now everybody's starting to stroll on in. Hey, Mustang Guy 6501. Appreciate you coming in. Hey, what's happening, David? Welcome. Oh, ain't nothing but shaking but you, Jeremy Flash. I was going to say Flash. I really should put my glasses on for these. There's my buddy Money Pit Mustang Brian. Hey, Ricardo. Oh, Dustin's in the house. Jim Mitchell. It's going good, man. It's going good. It's been a good day. O'Reilly Nick in the building. Massive Johnson. O'Reilly Nick in the building. Well, hey, I am in the town for O'Reilly's headquarters. So David is asking. He wanted to ask: is the trim bezel video I did put the blue airbag box in it, or did you remove it? So that would be optional. That box is actually part of the airbag module system, and that actually has a buzzer alarm inside of it. And that is intended for if the airbag light is the air light is on your dash and it's going off. If you were to remove that bulb, or that bulb was to go bad, that blue box that's right there behind your radio or HVAC controls would start buzzing like crazy. So actually the airbag is already messed up in my car, so I went ahead and left it out. You could, of course, really easily, it's just 2 harness plugs that go in it, and you could zip tie that up to the dash somewhere in there, but I just left mine out. I intentionally did not put that in the video because I kind of left that up to folks to do what they wanted, because I'm not going to get in there and say, hey, remove this or don't remove that, because that would be up to the individual car owner if they want to mess with something when it comes to any kind of safety equipment in your car. That's also a reason why I did not show you the wiring part of it either, because I would rather just leave that up to you guys on that part. Hey, what's happening, Sean? I appreciate you coming by. G-Funk Express in the house tonight. Oh yeah, I just seen that. Brutal's talking about something big fixing to happen. I don't know if he's talking. So I was on his live stream the other night, and I don't know if you guys were on there or not. But the deal with him opening up my trim bezel and stuff that I sent him, that was absolutely not even planned. I just happened to be on his live stream, so he kind of opened it up since I was on there, which was really cool of him. He's done a lot helping support the channel. And speaking of helping support the channel, I'm assuming most everybody that's in this room right now subscribes to Sean over there at G-Funk Express. If you don't, this guy's got some really good stuff. He's been a big supporter of this channel since I started. Make sure you guys go over there and give his channel a look. And if you like it, hit that subscribe button. Zero Fox Given. Those bother, yes, they do. Zero Fox Given. And it's happened to me, and that thing is just about as annoying as it can be. So I just went ahead and left mine out. But that's always up to you guys. It doesn't do anything other than the sound and all that stuff. So Dustin, yeah, you were on there. Oh, so sorry, I get sidetracked. So Brutal, I think he's talking about some new and exciting product from LMR that I think him and Caleb are both going to be premiering next week. So I think that's the big thing that they're talking about. I mean, that's kind of what my assumption is. So I'll be kind of watching their channel to see what this new and exciting product is. And I don't think they're just trying to, well, of course, they're trying to generate buzz, but I think it's going to be legit buzz if it's something they're talking about like that. Oh, hey, Nick. Oh, I didn't realize. So this is so Massive Johnson on here. I just love the name, Nick. That is one of my parts store buddies, as I would call him. I talk to him every time I go to O'Reilly's. He is the guy that I look for when I go by there, and he works at the one that I visit the most, the O'Reilly's Auto Parts store here in Springfield. So one of these days, you still got to get that thing going. You get your get that LS in there, Nick. Oh yeah, G Funk. He went live when you did, and I was already wanting to get on his. So you got so he got bumped for you your last live stream when you are both on there. So then I bumped you for him. Sorry about that. Hey, what's happening, Matt? Matt with the 417 in the house. He knows that bothers me. So if you guys seen the video today, Matt Kinsey you see here in the room, he's my buddy that lives over in Oklahoma that's been on a few of the videos, and he's the one Dash from yesterday. Hey, stupid fast, what's happening? Appreciate you coming by. Oh yeah, speaking of the coffee mug that I'm drinking out of here, this was a gift from good buddy Matt. Thank you, Matt. You don't see these very often. Hey, Jeffrey. So I think you guys probably see by the thumbnail, we've got some pretty cool news tonight. Also, I'm going to do a giveaway while we're on the channel tonight. So I've got my better half. She's upstairs, and she is kind of taking note of anybody who comments on the video or on the live stream. So if you comment, she's putting your name in the hat, and we'll cut this video off at about, well, we won't cut it off. We'll cut off who can be entered at 6:45 my time. So here in another 30, well, about 27 minutes from now, we'll cut that off. Then we'll go ahead and do the drawing, and then we'll cut the video off here at about 7 o'clock. And the drawing will be for, if anybody couldn't guess it, I'm going to be giving away one of these trim bezels. Now, Matt already got one yesterday, so Matt, you're not entered. And if you happen to have an 87 to 89 car, you will still get to win one. I was actually out there right before this video doing some measuring, and I'm certain that it's going to work. I just got to do a little bit more fabrication to the brackets that will go behind the bezel, and you will get one for your car. It just may take me a couple weeks before I can send it out to you if you win tonight and you have an 87 to 89 car. Well, Matt, anything I could give away, you've already given to me, you know. So we've got that going on tonight. So make sure you comment. If you comment, you'll go into the drawing tonight, and we'll draw at sometime after 6:45 tonight. Angel will bring that down here, and we'll get that name drawn. And the other thing is, if you guys watched my video today, I just started to where I'm starting to sell some of the swag for the channel. That is on my eBay store, along with these trim bezels. So these are also on the eBay store, guys. I know, and some of my friends that I talk to regularly, they know. You know, I had no idea how popular these things would be. When I talked to Matt about it, it was just crazy how popular these things were. So so stupid man, it's going good, man. It's been going really good. I want to tip on these comments, guys. Jeffrey Williams is in the house from Massachusetts, and I am got a couple of buddies live up that way. Maybe LMR is producing a new Fox body. Oh man, you never know about them guys. Good group of folks there, that's for sure. So, yes, Dustin, I am a very smart man. I've been married for over 20 years, and I got that way. I'm still married for over 20 years for a reason. So, love the Christmas tree in the background. Thank you. My wife, guys, you have no idea when it comes to this house getting decorated for Christmas. I'm going to holler at Angel. Angel, how many trees do we have up in the house? Oh, she don't even know. She said 6. We've got 6 trees up in the house. We do not play around here at the Johnson household when it comes to decorating for Christmas. Hey, what's happening, Ryan? That's Aiden's dad. Appreciate you coming on. James Barker, what bid to use to get the concave design for the HVAC control? It is just a normal, I can't remember which one it is. It's one of the just round over bits for a normal round over. I can't remember if it was a quarter or a half-inch round over bit. I kind of experimented with a couple of different bits. I went with a straight bevel that was a 45. Then I did the round over, and I ended up liking the round over quite a bit better. And it mimics the factory look with the round over, so it worked out pretty good. And also, I used the same bit on the backside too to help with the bevel on the backside. So Dustin's asking, I got some money and I want to get shirts and hats from you, Brutal, and Caleb. Cool, man. I appreciate that. I do have a link on my on that video that I put out today to my eBay store, which is very new, and there's going to be a lot more stuff added soon. Just a little bit is added right now. Yeah, guys, I got Foxcast hats in there. I've got stuff from different YouTubers, and it's cool, man. I like to do that. So if I win, I want to gift it to G Funk because I don't have plans for a radio in my Fox. Is that okay? Well, that would be okay, Mustang. But Sean and I have already talked, and Sean already gets one, and he's already lined up to get one. Now his car, of course, that he'd be able to put it in first is Sean. What year is that car? Is it a 88 or 89? I can't remember. But anyway, but Sean is already taken care of, Mustang guy. But I appreciate that. Dustin, you are welcome. 10 years, buddy. Time flies. It absolutely flies. My wife and I were married in 1996. Thanks. Looks like hope win. Yeah, man. So Mustang guy, yours is an 87. So yeah, I know. Guys, you would not believe the amount of people that have asked me for 87 to 89. And to be so, let me give you guys a little backstory on this. So my buddy Nick, not the Big Johnson Nick that's in here, but my other buddy Nick, who was he's back in town now. He was over in Iraq working, and he wanted this done for the two-tone cover clone. Of course, I designed the template to fit a 91 car. Well, my car is also a 91 car. So I had all that figured out, all the 91 stuff going, figured out how to make this where I could reproduce them and they would be consistent reproduction. Because the one that I made that's in the two-tone cover clone is just a one-off for Nick's car. It was all handmade, hand filed, hand everything. And so when I did that, I would be honest with you guys, I wasn't even thinking about the 87, 89 cars. I knew that the HVAC was a little different on those cars, but if you don't have one sitting in front of you, you really don't think about the differences. So I got to thinking about that as I was getting close to finalizing my process to make them. And I've got a friend of mine that we became friends through the channel, who's a local guy here, who's on here tonight. He's on here as Aiden's dad. I reached out to him, and I knew he had he's got a convertible that he has been restoring that you guys will see on the channel coming soon. I asked him if I could come by and take a look at it, so I brought one of the bezels over at his house, and we tested it, I realized real quick that that opening would not work for the 87 to 89 cars. And on top of that, it's not just the opening that will not work. And I know the 87, 89 had the 3 holes, but I thought that still the same design would still work on the 87 to 89, but absolutely not. So even behind the dash, guys, is different on an 87 to 89. So where you can mount the top 2 screws for your trim bezel. So these 2 screws right here, where they actually mount into the existing HVAC screws on a 90 to 93 car, those are not there, nor is there anything there that you can screw to. So hence the additional bracketry that will have to go behind for the 87, 89 cars. So long and the short on that. But that really got me to thinking about something. And also Aiden's dad, who's on here, gave me a really good idea for an upcoming video. So, and Matt and I were talking about this a ton between yesterday and today too, just the differences between your 87 to 1993 cars. And guys, when you start really thinking about it, there is a lot of differences, a lot of minor differences. And that is an upcoming video that we're going to do. And like I said, Aiden's dad gave me that idea, being able to lay out all of the differences from 87 to 1993 cars. Things as simple as the HVAC. So that's an upcoming video. So let me get caught up on these comment guys. Hey, Cash Flander, appreciate you coming in. And so we've got Fox Fan 89, appreciate you coming by. I hope the wife allowed you to have a Christmas tree with the Fox Body Mustangs. Yeah. So hi from PA. New to the channel. Hey, thank you for subscribing, Andrew. I'm glad you're here. And G-Funk is letting me know the 90 is the coupe, isn't it, G-Funk? And then Ginger is the 89. So Mustang guy. So that's awesome. You love the 86 GT. I love an 86 GT too, but I am really similar to Brutal on how I feel about 4i cars. I think they're some of the best looking cars, but I hate the interiors. Now, some of the seats in the 4i cars actually had some really nice, cool seats. The GT seats I really like out of the 4i's, like your 85 and 86 with that red piping, but the dashes and the door panels and all that stuff, don't like it. So 90, so you got a 92 427 Walrus. Well, the next project is a couple of things that we've got coming to the channel. So one is something we discussed on our last live feed, because I wanted the subscribers feedback on what we were planning to do with the channel. I was actually even debating on starting a separate channel just for this other project. So if you caught some of the glimpses of it in some of the videos, I am currently disassembling a 57 Chevy for a build on a 57 Chevy 2-door. Now, I know, of course, it's not Fox content. I'm still going to be bringing Fox content. We've got a coupe that's going to be built pretty soon on the channel. I've got some stuff I'm going to be doing to my channel, to my car, but there is going to be a lot of 57 content that's going to be on the channel. First and foremost, guys, this channel is a DIY channel. So, I love do it yourself if you haven't figured that out yet. And anything that you do to a 57 also can apply to just about any car. So, hey, Jason, I know I've seen you on some of the comments. I appreciate all the comments on the videos. Hopefully you figured that out on the filler you had some questions about. I think you're doing a project and you had some questions on some filler. So yes, G-Funk. So that whole idea was when we were on your live stream, we got to talking about that. I know that wasn't the intention for the whole live stream, but we got to talking about that. And I really wanted to continue that from on my channel, is that I thought is it different what you listen to when you are in your Fox body than what you listen to, say, when you're driving your truck? And it is for me, guys. I have a playlist on my phone that is just for the Fox body. And I love my tunes. My wife can attest to that. And So that's kind of what I want you guys to sound off for is what do you guys listen to? And is it different when you're in your Fox body? Because for me, man, it is. I think some of it is just because of the nostalgia of driving the Fox body, and a lot of the stuff is what I listened to when I drove my Fox body back in 1992 and 1993 when I had a 91 GT back then, and that was the stuff that I was listening to then. Um, Steve Miller was on the radio a lot when I was listening back then. But so those things that I listened to back then, I like to listen back to in the car now. And then I like some stuff that really rocks. Here lately, I have been on a kick with actually Brutal turned me on to uh, Ryan Upchurch and been listening to some of that. And that's actually some stuff that I typically would not listen to, but really been enjoying that. I'm always looking for something different because I've got a very diverse music taste. So Aiden's dad says he's going to get the car back. You're hoping to get it back by Saturday. If you get it early enough, you can bring it by. Yeah, hopefully that'll work, man. As long as the weather cooperates. I think the weather might turn crappy this week. So look up Robert Miller on Facebook. Dustin Hastings is saying. So what is so Robert Miller, is that music or where is the 57? Well, they're both here. I've got two of them. I've got a 4-door and a 2-door, and the 4-door is currently in the shop right now, right next to the 417 Fox, and it's getting disassembled right now because we're basically taking all the frame, drivetrain, all that stuff out of the 4-door and making it into the 2-door. And I promise you guys, you will want to stay around to the end of that build. It's going to be a while, but I promise you, the payoff's going to be worth it. I've been hoping for a video on the 57. Yeah, I've actually got some footage already recorded on it there, David, but just haven't had a chance to really kind of put that together to get the kind of the kickoff video put together for the 57. So your next project car, you want an 86, 85 T-top hatch, but got to wait for the channel to pick up. There you go. Yeah, man. I like those cars. I love those cars. Just not. I would take one in a minute. I'm just not a fan of the interior. Love the 55 and American Graffiti. Me too. 427. It's like the 56 gets left out. I love a 55 and I love a 57. I love a 55, especially how you can two-tone a 55 a little better from a paint perspective versus a 57. Long Island is in the house. Long Island Fox is in the house. So you like to jam to 80s music in the Fox, Christopher. I do that a lot. I listen to more of your late 80s stuff, more of your hair band. I like to jam out to some Guns N' Roses, some Def Leppard, some Poison, White Lion, Cinderella, Steve Miller. Gosh, all that, man, I would just absolutely rock out to that stuff. G-Funk, anything from Testament. Yes, sir. To Mary. Yeah, that I'm telling you, that is a broad range there. But who redid her song? I'm trying to think what that song's name. I just drew a blank. So David, until you buy the shallow depth 2-den for the new bezel, I'm only listening to exhaust. Yeah, David, if you do a shallow depth, it doesn't require as much modification, and you don't have to cut that dash brace if you go with the shallow depth. I think anything like less than 4 inches, if I remember correctly. So, Dustin, 86 with the Terminator. Heck yeah, buddy. An 86 with the term swap, that'd be a sweet ride. So I got good bass, listen to Black Label Society. I like them. Yeah, man, I tell you, so that is something I'm going to do on the channel. And the only thing that got me to think about it, G-Funk, is like currently my car it's got upgraded Polk audio speakers in all of the stock locations. Then just the Pioneer head unit, which is just a 50 by 4 head, don't have any amp there. And then I've got a 100-watt 10-inch Infinity self-contained in the back, which is plenty, I thought, till I did the two-tone cover clone, and the bass in that car will split your hair. So yeah, I'm probably going to do a custom speaker box in the back of my car at some point, and I want it to look like it was made for the car. So Larry says he's got an 87 Project Hull. It needs everything. Make offer. Again, needs everything. Well, Daniel, I'm surprised you still got it, because people are looking for T-top cars. I mean, gosh, there's guys out there selling just the T-top roof for them, just so people can retro an 80s or any T-top to an existing car. Let's see. Mustang guy. Oh, dude, I love Five Finger Death Punch. I absolutely love them. That is another one that is on some of my playlists when I am in the Fox body. I have not listened to the new Eminem yet. So, Stupid Fast, you were born in '57, and Buddy had a '57 Chevy. It was just sold. I was just out of high school. That's pretty cool. You just named all my bands. That's right, Fox fan. I mean, that's the stuff that was real popular when I was in high school. South Georgia, Larry. So Mustang guy wants to know where he's at, because man, if you post up a shelf for a car, and people are looking for good rollers, especially if they're not rusted out, and being a T-top, that's even a big plus. All right, you guys talk amongst yourself. I will be right back. All right, sorry about that. Slow ride, absolutely, David. So just to remind everybody, there's been several folks join the chat since we've got started. We're going to do a live giveaway tonight. So as long as you have commented on the channel on the live stream tonight, Angela is putting your name in a hat, and as we close into the end of the live stream here in the next 15-17 minutes, after that we'll cut that off. Angel will have all the names in a hat or in a bowl, and we will draw that for a custom trim bezel, and we'll get that sent out to you this week if it's for a 90 to 93 car. If it is for an 87 to 89, those are coming soon, and I'll still hook you up with one of those. Fox Fan 89, I'm lonely, guys. Hey, Emerald Dodge, I appreciate you coming by, man. Currently listening to Flowmasters Need a New Head Unit. Ain't nothing wrong with the sound of Flowmasters. Well, guys, if you didn't know it, I like to drive my car. I like to get out and drive it. I drove that thing many places. I'll drive it again to Ford Takeover next year, to other events, and I like to have some good music when I'm cruising in the car. So G-Funk, hello 417 chair. What do you listen to? If the chair could tell stories, you may not want to hear it. So Mustang guy is telling, so you'd actually love to save it, but I'm working on a 65 fastback. Oh my gosh, Mustang guy. Yeah, that's right. I would love to do one of those. Of course, I'm sure all you guys have seen on Brutal's channel that the Gray Ghost is going to be getting built pretty soon. If you guys ever see me do a early Mustang, and that is something my wife can tell you for sure that I want to do, it will be more than likely either a 69 or a 70 fastback. I absolutely will build one of these someday. I don't know if it's going to be chair. Oh, you're so funny, Fox fan. So yeah, I'd love to build a 69 or 70, but I'm more of a um, I kind of like resto mods, so I would probably build it a little bit more of a resto mod just for my taste. I don't care if it's an original Mach 1 car. I'd actually almost prefer it not be because I don't want the scoops in the fenders and no wing on the back. It'll be clean with a really killer stance and a fuel injected motor. So Mustang guy, I think I'm subscribed to your channel. I got to make sure I am though. Mustang guy, what is your channel? Make sure that these guys are checking you out. So Aiden says 70 Boss 429 is, yeah, I mean that's a killer car, 6-figure car too now. 70 Bosses all day. Built the car for your profile pic. Yeah, 427 Rawlers. So you've got a 65 Shelby Cobra replica, right? Factory 5, yes sir. It's a good looking car. So Josh said back in the day he had an 88 LX that he listened to Pantera. Yes, I've listened to some Pantera, White Zombie, and those typical bands. You have an 88 notch project now that needs a bunch of work. We'll definitely use my videos. Well, appreciate that, man. I'm glad that you found the channel, and hopefully some of the stuff that I've done or any of the other YouTubers that are out there, because there is a ton of Fox body content that's out there. G-Funk Express does a lot of good how-to videos. Gearhead 704. One thing I love about his videos is it's been kind of cool to watch Matt kind of learn as he's went, and he's had some help. But I love his videos because they're probably some of the most detailed how-to videos that are out there. Of course, Brutal's got a lot of good stuff that's out there. I mean, there's a ton of guys that have good content out there. So that's a great thing about the Fox Body community and the Fox Body Brotherhood is there is tons of community out there that is able to help each other with their projects. Yes, sir, Eric Burton. It is awesome. So G-Funk said a 67 GT 500 King of the Road dream car beside a Steeda Fox. Yeah, that's not a bad one, buddy. 67 is probably, yeah, next to the 69 and 70s for me would be my other favorite when it comes to the body style. And I'm not against 65 or 66s, but I kind of like the 67s and I like the 70s and the 69s a little bit. 69 is actually my preference. So we've got just about 11 more minutes, and we'll close off the live giveaway time. We'll still keep chatting. Give Angela a few minutes to get everything ready to go for the drawing here in about 11 minutes, and we'll probably be drawing at probably 6:50, 6:55, something like that. A couple of videos back, you can see me go up against Fox Body hood hinges. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna tell you, you gotta watch G-Funk, man. He's got a lot of really good stuff on his videos. I know he got stuck in that engine bay for a while, and it seemed like it was a never-ending video series of engine bays. But that's just the way it is when you're at home, guys. When you're working on a project, you kind of gotta finish it before you can move on to the next thing. And that's no different than when you guys are doing your own stuff in your own garage. We're no different than you guys are. We're just out there just getting after it and sometimes learning as we go, right, G-Funk? So Fox Fan 89 says 2 things that got me into Stangs when the new 87 came out, and I'm sure that's coming. So Fox Fan 89 said my buddy's dad had a mint 28,000 miles 69 Mach 1 4-speed 428 Super Cobra jet. Wow, that is that's kind of what do they say that on Gas Monkey all the time? That is the Holy Grail. Jay Green with black interior, also a 35,000 mile 72 Mach 1 vert, 4-speed for 351 Cleveland blue and black top. That's a pretty cool car. Now, for some reason, those 70 to 71 the 71 to 73 cars I was never a big fan of. I wouldn't say I wouldn't take a 72 Mach 1, but hey, Daryl Dimebag, Pantera, I knew you would chime in on that, G-Funk. So he used to let you 16-year-olds go ripping around in them. That is pretty cool, man. I had a buddy of mine, Donnie, who I went to high school with, and him and I both had Fox bodies back in high school. But he also had, at some point in us being in high school, he had a 70 fastback Mach 1, and it was a pretty sweet car. We still stay pretty connected to this day. He's got a pretty bad to the bone Coyote right now. It's got a lot of work done to it. Matter of fact, it's for sale. Any Pink Floyd fans here? So 427, you probably got a few years on a lot of us. I'm not saying I haven't listened to Pink Floyd, but I am not that's not one of the first things that I go turn on, but it's definitely not something I turn off. Mr. Mach 1 has a Mach 1. So Mustang guy on here says 69 429 Boss is the dream, but the 65 was your first car. That's really cool. And my dad was supposed to restore it, but life happened, and then it set, and he passed away. I'm sorry to hear that, man. 2012 in 2012, and I'm trying to get it done. Well, that's cool, man. I'll tell you, that's something anytime, it's almost every day that I think about my dad, especially when I'm out there in the shop, and a lot of the tools that I use were his. So literally every time I go over to the toolbox and grab one of those tools out of that toolbox that he had for so many years, I'm, think about my dad and all the stuff that he taught me when I was a teenager about working on cars. Even though I didn't want to learn, I can tell you this, I did not want to learn. It's amazing how much stuff you still retain just by, holding a flashlight or, hey, let me show you this, and you don't really want to watch, but you watch anyway. So Fox Fan 89, you dig Pink Floyd, saw them in concert at Market Square Arena. That's pretty cool. That is pretty dang cool. So James, you've got a 88 GT, been sitting for a couple of years, and you had your father pass away. Sorry about that, a couple of months ago, and so I'm dedicating it to his memory and start working on it and get it. Well, that's really cool, man. That is absolutely cool. And I'll tell you this, guys. I mean that we think about our dads, we think about the stuff that our dads taught us, and there's a lot of my dad running around in my car. That's for sure. So 427, you're 44. So actually, we're the same age, and I've been playing guitar since I'd say I've been playing guitar for about 20 years. Not very good, but I've been playing, and I'm like you. I like a wide variety of music. I listen to everything from contemporary Christian to blues to classic rock to country to here lately some country rap. So yeah, just a little bit of everything for me. I don't really listen to much jazz or rap. So Too Fast says he's asking 427 Rawers. Any of you guys say it would be listening to The Dark Side of the Moon in the 57 Chevy my buddy drove. That's pretty cool. So Disturbed, yes, I like Disturbed. I love Breaking Benjamin as well. I'm not very familiar with Chevelle, but I love 3 Days Grace. Saw Pink Floyd in '94. That's the year I graduated high school. Yep, and you're 49, class of '89. So you wanted so Mustang guy wanted a Fox. He found that fastback, and he asked that about that 88.2.3 that you found. And I said, 88 what? That's funny. That is real funny. So, yep, country rock, Christian rock, hair bands, pop. Same here, buddy. Very good on the guitar. I was in the band. I got to play a lot of play live a couple of times. There's a video. Oh, there's a video. There's a little bit of video of me playing guitar on YouTube that's out there, me playing with the church band. So Dan says, "Hey, you still have a cassette deck in your Fox? That's cool. Uh, the only tape I have is Aerosmith Greatest Hits, so that's literally all I listen to. What is it stuck in there? Sometimes I even cruise with my mullet wig on. Oh man, that would be epic. Cruise around with a mullet wig on. G Funk, I didn't think he was being boisterous. All right, guys. So that's pretty cool, man. I know G Funk. We talked about it a lot the other night. Talked about playing guitar. I know G Funk. He plays guitar. It's kind of cool that a lot of other guys that I know that also plays guitar. I know the guy that runs Mustangs, PJ. He's a guitar player. So it's kind of weird how some of that stuff crosses, likes and platforms between cars and guitars and music and all those things. Is pretty cool. Guys, I'm gonna tell you though, I've been jamming. An album I listened to today, I listened to the whole album, and it's not often that I can listen to a whole album and really, really like it. And it was Upchurch Creaker. The thing about Upchurch, he's a huge Fox body guy. He just got another Fox body. Dude's out running around buying Fox bodies like crazy. And I think he's like 28, 29 years old, lives in Tennessee. Dude is a huge Fox body nut. But he's just a huge Fox nut. But he does everything from country, old school country, to country rap, to more what I would call almost hip hop rap. And then he also did more of like real good, more modern hard rock and roll, which has been pretty cool. So the Creaker album that I listened to today, if you guys like stuff like your Disturbed or your 3 Days Grace, it would be similar to some of that. That whole album was phenomenal that I listened to. Matter of fact, I was texting Brutal and said, dude, this album is killer, because he's the one that turned me on to them. So G Funk, I am absolutely rusty too. If I went, I picked up my acoustic off the wall earlier today, just picked around on it for a minute and realized just how bad these fingers are. I don't even have calluses on my fingers anymore because I don't play all the time anymore. So these things get rusty for sure. You play the triangle. Massive Johnson. So Nick plays the triangle. If we all meet at one of the Fox meets, you guys need to bring your guitars. Oh Lord, you probably would not want that. Not me playing anyway, Fox fan. So I just like the songs the Ford V8 plays. There ain't no mistaking a pushrod Ford V8. Cars and guitars, yep. So we're getting really close. We've got 1 minute left, and we will go ahead and close out. So if you're on here and you have not commented, make sure you comment real quick so she can catch you, because we're going to go ahead and stop here in just a minute so we can do the giveaway here live. So Nick, so Massive Johnson, since he's on here, and I know he doesn't have a Fox body, I'll hook you up with something else if you win, buddy. Plus you're local, I can just bring it to you. I own 3 guitars, Josh. I've got a Les Paul, I've got a Telecaster, and an acoustic. My wife could probably tell you, Angel, there's probably times we had 15, 20 guitars in this house. Yeah, it was crazy. Hey, what's happening in Vegas, Fox? I know him and I go back and forth a lot on Instagram. He's got some really, really cool builds he's been working on here lately. Appreciate you coming in the house. I'm glad you commented so we can get you in, because right now, Clay said, awesome stream. You are the last one that will be counted. So I know my wife is going to get busy now getting all those names into a drawing, and as soon as she gets done with that, give her a few minutes. We're not rushing her. We'll be on here for another 15 minutes tonight. As soon as she gets done rushing, she's going to, as soon as she gets done cutting them up, and she'll bring it down here. So we need to start a speed triangle band. I'm glad that all three of my kids, they did get some musical talent too, which is pretty cool to see my kids. I've got a 20-year-old, a 17-year-old, a 16-year-old. My 16-year-old, she sings. Matter of fact, she just G-Funk. Really well, sings on stage. My son plays guitar, and my middle child, she plays piano. Very, very accomplished pianist. So, Angel, she's gonna make me come get them. Oh, you and the one-eyed dog. All right, guys. Here we go. See you guys. We need a drum roll or something. So let's see. How many of them end up being on here tonight, Angel? I know I've seen up to almost 30 at one time. All right. Here we go. So who wins the trim bezel? Make sure I just get one. Oh, the cat's going to come hang out with us. Hey, Mango. All right. Who do we have? Jeremy Flash. Is that how you say your last name? Well, you're not going to be able to tell me how you say it. Flasch. Jeremy, you are the winner. Get it to where it shows on the there we go. I know it's backwards, but Jeremy, you still in here? Jeremy, I hope you're still in here. Hey, Matt's still on here. He's just been being quiet all this time. Jeremy, pipe up. Make sure you pipe up, because I will have no way of knowing that it was you if you are not still on here. We will have to go to the next person. So we'll give Jeremy just a few more minutes, and if I know some of you guys are going, well, I hope, because I know Jeremy was on here chatting in the very beginning, but I hadn't seen him chat very much since. So if he dropped off, we may have to just go to the secondary winner. Oh, so the coffee cup. I'm being asked where the coffee cup came from. Where this coffee cup come from? Matt Kinsey, my really good friend Matt Kinsey, who you guys have seen on a couple of videos. He is always hooking me up with some cool stuff, and he hooked me up with this mug. I think he bought like 6 of them. He has a trinket issue, but he certainly does not have a giving issue, because he is probably one of the most generous people I've ever met in my life. So Matt said he got it at a honey hole in Kansas. Same place as Matt also got me a Motorcraft fender cover. That's a Motorcraft AC technician type fender cover that I use out there in the shop too. Still new in the plastic. Same place you also got the digital voltmeter that will hook to a Ford testing equipment, I think. I've got that, which is pretty cool. Well, guys, we'll give it just about another minute or so, and if Jeremy does not pipe in, we are going to move along and draw again. So I know some of you guys are going, oh, Jeremy, don't come back, but we'll give him one more minute, and then we'll move on. What do y'all think about my little cat back here? I'm not a cat person, but this one picked me. All right, guys. So Jeremy, last call, Jeremy. G-Funk said, "Does anybody rock out to Milli Vanilli?" Oh, dude. Actually, I liked Milli Vanilli back in the day. All right, here we go, Jeremy. Sorry, buddy. Let's see what we got. Make sure I'm getting one again. All right. Well, look who just commented too. Can you see that? Congrats, Larry Daniel. So, Larry, here's what I want you to do. Since you're on here right now and hearing me, either go over to my Facebook page after we get off of here, and you can instant message me on 417 Fox on Facebook, or you can shoot me an email to 417fox@gmail.com, and I will get your information and I will get it shipped out to you. So, Larry, do you have a 90 to 93? Give him just a minute to respond. Good job, Larry. Get a radio. All right, Larry, just make sure you send me that info, and we'll get you hooked up, buddy. Guys, I'm going to tell you what, I really, I know we talked about it just earlier tonight, and you guys have seen on the video today. Gosh, what has this channel been live now for? Just about 4 months, and we are already at 1,100 subscribers, and I'm flabbergasted, to be honest with you. It's great. The Fox Body community is awesome. Wouldn't have got there without a lot of support from some other fellow YouTubers, and one of them that's in the house tonight. Thank you again, G-Funk, Sean, and Brutal has been a big part of that. What, Angel? Larry said draw another. Well, Larry, no, you're good. How about I send you something else, Larry? If you don't want that, I will hook you up with something else. Still shoot me an email, and I will hook you up with some gear. How's that sound, Larry? You won, man, so you need to win. If you don't want the bezel, I will hook you up with some Fox gear. Just shoot me that email. Angel was making sure I wasn't missing the comment because a lot of comments were all coming at once. Well, G-Funk, I'll be honest with you, man. As much as I've watched your videos, I'm not sure why you are at 2,000 subscribers, because you got good stuff. You put good videos out. I think I've just been blessed. I think, again, I've had some pretty key call outs by some YouTubers that's just sent folks over. Another guy that covers LXs and GTs, I'm sure a lot of you guys watch him. He's local here to me. Him and I hooked up for a collab video when I first started, and that helped me get some subscribers. So it's cool, man. It's cool. So Sean, don't give up, buddy. You'll be, and if you guys didn't know, and look, it's just us here. It's only 20-something people in the room here. It's not all about money or any of that stuff, because I haven't made a dime off YouTube as far other than me selling these trim bezels. But once you get to a certain amount, and of course this is stuff you guys can look up, but once you get up to 1,000 subscribers and up to 4,000 of watched hours of video time, YouTube will monetize your channel. And that will allow all this time and effort that we're putting out there to help the community. We get something a little bit in return. And look, guys, I'm going to tell you, it might be $20 a month, but it's still something, right? And I'm not doing it for that purpose, because if you try to get into YouTube to make money, you're going to be awfully disappointed. I can tell you that. I know that for sure. But, if something turns out from it, then that's great. That is absolutely great. G-Funk says it's the F-150 content. It booms. Carbob sneezes 100 F-150 content and cleans up. That is funny. Hey, Larry, email is 417fox@gmail.com. Or you can go to 417 Fox on Facebook, and you can instant message me there. So, but yeah, and it's, I never thought I would, to be honest with you, I never thought I'd reach 1,000 subscribers. I really did not. But I'm the kind of guy that if I'm going to do something, I'm going to go all out and do the best that I can at it. And we've done that. And just it's cool that you guys have come along for the ride. And hopefully we'll be doing this again next year. And I've got 3,000 subscribers. What I was telling you guys how that works, and here I didn't think about this a long time ago because I used to be one of the guys that would hit that skip button just as fast as I could skip it on a video. But I got to thinking, well, these people are putting this content together to help me, because that's what I'm going to YouTube for many times. It's either for entertainment, so that's helping me, or it's legitimately a how-to video for me to learn how to do something. And I didn't think about it, but did you guys know if you go to a YouTuber's channel that has ads on their channel and you hit skip, they get nothing. So I started feeling guilty, especially on YouTubers that I really follow pretty heavy, folks like Brutal and people like that. And I started feeling guilty if I hit that skip button, because I'm like, well, they're doing this work for me. I need to do that work for them. So that's just kind of the way I think about it. So yes, G-Funk, if you don't have fun doing it, then it wouldn't be worth doing it, right? Because it sure isn't like we're going to get rich off doing any kind of YouTube stuff. You take folks like Brutal, who's got 27,000 subscribers, and that guy ain't getting rich off doing YouTube either at that level. So, but guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap tonight up, and I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. You did see on my video today where I am starting to sell my gear. If that's something that interests you, I'm not pushing it on anybody, but I am going to be putting that stuff on eBay. The videos will all start having eBay links on them now for gear that you can go buy. Also, we'll have the bezels. The 87 to 89 bezels will be out pretty dang soon. Thank you again, Matt. I was out there measuring that earlier, so I should be able to get those things, hopefully the development of those wrapped up this week. And but again, guys, really appreciate you coming out and hanging out with me. It means a lot. It really means a lot to me. And we'll catch it on the next time. I know I don't do these all very consistent, but I think I owed you guys one, and I enjoy getting on here and chatting with you. So happy Thanksgiving, Matt. To everybody else who was on here, thanks again, Sean, for coming and hanging out. And you guys have a good night. Happy Thanksgiving.